This happened when I was 19 years old. I just broke up with my girlfriend, right? And as an introvert and as someone that really doesn't have a lot of friends, what do they do when they are facing a problem? Well, they go to YouTube to find the solution of that problem. So I went on YouTube and I typed, what should I do? Should I start dating someone or should I focus on myself? I found this guy that was saying, you should focus on yourself first, you should get better, and then the girls will come, right? That's the message that we all hear. So I started doing it. I got in shape. I started doing an online business. I was doing marketing back then. I got some clients, as you can see, this is a screenshot, right? I was focusing on myself. I was looking better. I was meditating, reading books, and everything. I didn't find a girlfriend. I spent all of this time developing myself, but I was dating no one. And in fact, I would see all the peers, I would see all the people that were not the best looking. I was looking better than them. And they were not ambitious, they were not working hard, and they had a girlfriend. And I just thought to myself, like, oh my God, like, did I get a scam? Like, what's going on here? Like, I'm working on myself, I'm a good guy, but I have no girlfriend. I'm following the advice that they gave me, work on yourself, which it's true, but it is not true. This is the thing, I had a desire for a girlfriend, but regardless of all of the accomplishments and the achievements that I had, I was not feeling good enough for a girlfriend. I was feeling ugly inside, regardless of the body that I had. I felt like I had nothing interesting to say. That if I would go on a date, I would freak out because I would run out of things to say, and I would feel like she is gonna find out that, oh, maybe this guy is not the good shit, or maybe this guy is not, oh my God, the big deal, right? That's was something that I was afraid of. So this is something that I understood, that what had more impact when it came to dating and when it came to attracting someone. Yes, this is important, but this is what I don't understand, and this is where I focus most of my time. And when they say work on yourself, I think that they should include this: healing from my trauma, changing the conclusions that I had about my past, changing the way that I would see myself, changing the way that I would talk to myself. Why am I ashamed of myself? Why do I feel like I deserve to be ashamed of myself? That's the nitty gritty. And that's something that I've been putting a lot of effort lately, because this is making me more attractive. Because now I can develop charisma. Now I can walk with my head high, with a big smile on my face. Not because of the things that I have with this is like on the surface, but because of the things that I did inside. Really deep inside. It's kind of like an iceberg, right? And that's something that I used to do, and I was a cute critical star. I would read books about socializing. Yes, listen to them, be present, smile. Yes, that helps at some point, and it has helped me a lot, right? People think, oh my God, you're so charismatic because of the things that I practice, because I got a big smile whenever I walk up to people. But the nitty gritty when it comes to charisma, at least in my experience, it's healing trauma, changing beliefs. This is the thing. I wouldn't speak up in a group, but then I had to question myself, why? Is it because I feel worthless? Is it because I am afraid to say something? Why so scared to make a mistake when I say something out loud, right? That's the real work. That's the real self-improvement, as they say, that should be done, right? Healing from trauma, changing those beliefs. Now, this is the thing that I noticed. One time I went out with my coworkers, right? And it was my manager's birthday. So one of the managers, I think that she's 25, she invited a friend of her, right? Her name is, I don't even know if I should say it, but let's say Maria, right? Her name is Maria. She was pretty, blue eyes, curly hair, nice body and everything, right? We ate and everything, but then afterwards we went to this place and we were playing Apple. After that, she was the one that kind of like grabbed my arm, and she was the one that was like, oh my God, like, what's your name? Like, I wanna play with you. Like, she was like, I wanna play with you, but she was like flirting as well, right? And then we started talking, and then I was just listening to her dreams, what she does and everything, right? But one of the things that is stuck in my head is this thing. Out of all of those guys that were there, right? There was maybe like 5 guys. She picked me because of the work that I put. and not only the work that I put, but also the inner work that I've done, which is this is I think is more important to. At this point I rather sit down, lay down in my bed, just see the past, change the meaning and the conclusion that I had, and think, why do I believe this about myself, than to go to the gym. This is what I think. Of course, I still hit the gym and everything, but I think that this is more important, because why do you believe that you cannot attract a pretty girl? It's not because I don't have the body and I need more muscle. Just like me, I built muscle and I still felt ugly. I still felt like I was not good enough. I made money online and I was not proud of myself. I was, in fact, ashamed of myself. But why? Because of the trauma. So this is something that I do every day. I just sit down and I try to change the way that I see myself. Not with socializations, but with something called CBT, right? So I change the way that I think about myself, about girls, right? Why do I believe that I'm not attractive enough for a pretty girl? And I change the meaning. Oh, when I was a kid, this happened, right? When I was a kid, they would treat me this way. So I still carry this identity. Interesting. But what about if they treated me this way because of this? But what about if they thought that I was a loser because of this? What about if they rejected the fat that I had and the anxiety that I had, rather than me as a persona, rather than Jose? And I only think of that, and I always think about that. I'm not changing the past. I'm changing the way that I see the past. And when I change that, my personality changes. And it has been scientifically proven, right? A lot of neuroscience, a lot of research, that if you just change the way that you see things, things change by themselves. And that's something I do, especially with my personality. Why was not dating a pretty girl back then? Why did I get rejected by this girl when I was 10 years old, right? And I start thinking about, and I change it, and I change it, and I change it. Oh, I look at it this way, I look at it that way, right? And I start to see the past, see myself in a different way, just because I'm changing the conclusions that I had back then. And automatically, you know what? I changed this, right? And not only that, but I'm at the point where I wish that I could have a girlfriend, but I don't want to pressure it. I don't want to rush it. But I'm happy with who I am. I'm happy with my work. I started doing sales, and guess what? I'm more confident now speaking on the phone with people because of the inner work. Now I can walk up to people. I can make friends. And it's not coming from a place of like, I hope that they like me. It's from a place of like, yes, I know who I am. I'm proud of myself, and I'm still working on this. And it's just another thing that I say is the way that I would talk to myself. When I would make a mistake, I would freak myself out. I would be like, why did you make that? You're such a pathetic guy, right? And it's just reinforcing the identity. So now what I'm doing is I'm treating myself with love. If I make a mistake, yes, I made a mistake, and I even play around. But yeah, I was a little anxious right there with that girl. That's why I fucked up. Fuck, man, I fucked up. Yeah, that's fine. Right? That's the way that I treated myself, and then my personality is changing. And it's not because I'm working on myself in this way. I'm working on myself with a different view. Because everyone tells you the solution, right? Work on yourself, but no one tells you when, right? And I think that they can kind of smell when I've been like, especially back here, right? I'll be like, oh my God, I need a girlfriend, and I want someone to like me. I want someone to love me. But I just let go of that. I rather love myself and be proud of my work, be proud of the things that I do, rather than having someone that can kind of give me that validation, and she can smell that, right? So that was the video. Don't be shy. If you have social anxiety, send me a DM. I can totally help you with that. Thank you.